Welcome to the 1920s, where the fruits of our industry are finally starting to pay off. Everyone can afford a car, a refrigerator, and to absolutely destroy the planet. In hindsight, it's easy to look back in history and say, how did they not know this would kill people? Now, what if I told you one man was responsible for not one, but two of the biggest man-made environmental disasters in modern history? Today we're talking about Thomas Midgley Jr. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really starting to think that we were very close to being in a real-life Fallout game. The more I hear stories like this, the more I'm like, damn, dude. Anyway, basically this dude Midgley was very gifted. From a young age, he was surrounded by inventors and loved to fix things. Kind of like my friend Charlie when he goes to the strip club. In 1911, Midge, we're gonna call him Midge because it's funny, Midge graduated from Cornell with a degree in mechanical engineering. And after a few years of doing what every college kid does after graduating, I would assume, right? Drinking beer and surfing through LinkedIn endlessly, he gets a call from General Motors. Well, probably not. I assume he didn't get drafted by them. He probably just applied for the job. I don't think there was a D1 prospect ranking for mechanical engineers. At least definitely not in 1916. Anyway, he started working at GM for the research division because as cool as all these new automobiles were, they had a lot of problems. And one problem that General Motors was especially conscious of was the engine knock that seemed to be sweeping the nation.
I am the one who knocks.
Yeah, their vehicles were constantly misfiring, and until this was fixed, car companies were not going to scale to what we know them as today anytime soon. Good thing for them, in 1921, Midge has his first major breakthrough. He came to the conclusion that the knock was caused by the fuel. He was like, okay, well, what if I add something to the fuel to stop it from igniting at the wrong time? Good idea, dude. So he tried hundreds of different chemicals before finally landing on one. Lead. Now, spoiler alert, when you go to the gas station nowadays in 2026, all the gas says unleaded. Right? So yeah, GM and DuPont were like, yo, you fixed the engine knock. Put lead in all the fuel immediately. So yeah, they did. They put lead in all the fuel, and bro, not even 1 year later, workers they started dying. They just started dying. Yeah, no, they actually started perishing at alarming rates. They actually called the factories where this fuel was refined House of Butterflies because workers would often see fake insects that weren't actually there. Pretty spooky. But yeah, one day a bunch of workers died simultaneously, and GM was like, all right, I think something's going on here. But Midge said, don't worry guys, I'll fix this. So he goes in front of the press, pours leaded gasoline all over his hands, and breathes in the fumes. I actually fucking can't with this guy. And then guess what happened? He got lead poisoning, bro. Immediately. But over time, leaded gas became a worldwide phenomenon, releasing lead into the air and into literally every person on Earth. This is in all of our bodies, by the way. So everyone has been penetrated by lead. Lead has been inside you. The lead came inside of your insides. The lead is so deep inside of you. Anyway, usually when you fuck up this badly, you decide to just hang up the gloves, man. But Midge said, no. Let's run it back. And in 1928, he latched onto another problem, which was refrigerators. So yeah, back then, refrigerators used toxic and flammable chemicals that were very unstable. So Midge said, hold my beer. Midge created CFCs, bro. You gotta be kidding me. 2 for 2. If you don't know what CFCs are, it stands for chlorofluorocarbons, and honestly, you can't even be mad because this had so many applications. It was used in refrigerators, hairspray, AC units. It seemed like a miracle chemical at the time. And then in the 70s, they were like, yo, dude, check this out. There's a massive fucking hole in the ozone layer, and we are going to die. So they cut off the CFCs immediately. Now, let's flash back to 1944. It's later in Midgley's life, and he has contracted polio. Now, he was like, okay, well, maybe I should invent something to help me get out of bed. What could go wrong, right? Well, dude, everything. Everything can go wrong with this guy. This is what he created. It's a noose. It's literally a noose. And guess what, dude? He got tangled up in it one day and died. He strangled himself to death. So yeah, this was a pretty morbid story. I'm sorry, guys. This guy caused a lot of damage. Believe it or not, the whole lead thing literally lowered the IQ of the world. I wonder how he felt sitting there in that damn contraption he built, just having a moment of realization. That must have sucked, dude. Anyway, make sure to tell this story to someone who loves ropes and being tied up so it scares them and they find God. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment the weirdest thing someone's ever done on a first date with you. See y'all in the next one.